Okay, peeps, here is the plan. I'm going to do our bell ringer. I'm going to do all of the problems except for the line plot. The line plot problem I'm going to save for tomorrow's video. So if you want to save that problem for tomorrow as well, you have my blessing. Let's go ahead and solve 456 times 10 to the power of 3. So what that is going to look like is 456 times 10 to the power of 3. So let's remember, what is the value of 10 to the power of 3? That's the same thing as saying 456 times 1,000. Exponent 3 means we're multiplying 10 times 10 times 10, and so we need to have 3 zeros to match. So 10 times 10 times 10 equals 1,000. To multiply 456 times 1,000, I'm going to put in my decimal point after the ones place, add 3 zeros as placeholders, and then move my decimal point over. 1, 2, 3 spots. So my product is 456,000. Remember that for the bell ringer, I need to see your written work as well as your answer. Okay, for this next one, we're going to convert 36 inches to some number of feet. And they remind us up here that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. When converting inches to feet, we're moving from a smaller unit of measurement to a larger one. So the rhyme for that, let's see, is fly. This is a fly, in case you couldn't tell. Fly to horse. This is a horse, just in case you didn't know. Fly to horse, divide, of course. So I'm going to divide 36 by 12 inches in a foot, and of course 36 divided by 12 is 3, so that gives me 3 feet. Okay, now, next problem. We're going to convert 5 cups to some number of fluid ounces. And we're reminded that there are 8 fluid ounces in each cup. Since there are 8 ounces in each cup, that means we're converting cups. Let's see. Cups are larger than ounces. This is my representation of going large to small. So horse to fly, multiply. I'm going to multiply 5 times the 8 fluid ounces that are in each cup, and that's going to give me 40 fluid ounces. The next problem asks us about volume. Remember, when we're calculating the volume of a figure that has length, width, and height, the formula for that is to multiply length times width times height. So we're going to multiply 5.5 centimeters times 4 centimeters times 10 centimeters. Okay, now I'm going to do this a little bit out of order because it's actually easier for me to multiply 5.5 times 10 will just give me 55 because I just have to move my decimal point over 1 spot. And then I can calculate 55 times 4. And that will give me the number of cubic centimeters that my figure is composed of. So I'm going to let you do the multiplication on your own. Don't forget to record your answer in cubic centimeters. Okay, now for this one, we're going to convert 6 7/8 to an improper fraction. That means that we're going to convert 6 groups of 8 eighths, because we have 6 wholes to work with here. So that's like saying 8/8 plus 8/8 plus 8/8, and so on 6 times. Okay, so that's going to give me 48/8. Then I'm going to take my 48/8 and add 7/8 to that. So you go ahead and calculate how many 8s that will give us. Whatever your numerator is, put it on top of 8, and that's your improper fraction. Okay, last one, we're coming back to adding fractions. So we're going to add 3 2/3 plus 5 1/5. So first thing that we can do is go ahead and add our whole numbers. That's easy enough. Now let's add our 2/3 and our 1/5. Now we do not have common denominators yet. We have thirds and we have fifths. So we need to find the least common multiple for 3 and for 5. So you're going to skip count by 3s, and you're going to skip count by 5s. The smallest number that's on both lists is your least common multiple, so that's going to be 15ths. Okay, now to convert 2/3 to some number out of 15, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our 2/3 and we're going to multiply each of these thirds by 5. So now I have multiplied each piece by 5, and you can see that I have here 10 pieces out of a total of 15 shaded. Okay, then I'm going to add, let's see, 1, 2, oh no, that's not right. Let me do that again. Okay, so I have 1/5. That's my second addend. Remember, the addends are just the pieces that you're adding. Okay, so we're going to take 1/5. We're going to multiply each fifth times 3. And when I do that, I can see that I have 3 pieces here shaded out of a total of 15. So now when I add my 10 out of 15 and my 3 out of 15, I've got 13 out of 15. That goes with my 8 that I added at first. Okay, and now I can't simplify 13 out of 15 because 13 is a prime number. Remember, prime numbers are numbers that have only 2 factors. So there are only 2 numbers that I can multiply together to get 13, and that's 1 and 13. If you have a prime number in your fraction, that's your clue that you can't simplify it any further. So 8 and 13 out of 15 is my final answer. Okay, and that's it for today's bell ringer. Remember, tomorrow we're going to do the line plot, so you have my permission to save that problem for tomorrow.